is a waterfall of windmills and rockets and empty baskets. In my heart is a waterfall, bleeding pine trees and lit up windows and poison arrows. In my heart is a waterfall of silver linings and dirty laundry and bedtime hate. In my
Hi, how are you? I hope you've had a wonderful Friday. I've been doing the things. I went and picked up the prescription that they said I didn't have any more refills for. Turns out I did once the doctor called them and was like, counted out, tell me how many you've given her. Go figure. And yeah, I got my laundry done. You know, and everything has just about fallen in place. So it's looking like moving week is only a couple of, or moving time is only a couple of weeks away. Which is both exciting and nerve-wracking, because school starts up again for me September 8th and closing day is the 21st. So yeah, it feels like not a lot of time, but I'll make it work somehow. The house might be a mess for a little bit, for a hot minute, but it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. It's fine. I feel like that meme where the dude is, the dog is sitting at the table with the cup and the eyes are very wide open and everything is on fire and the dog is saying it's fine. Everything's fine. And it is. It just kind of feels like it's all on fire. Happy Friday! Hello, happy Friday to you too, Louise. Hello, Charlie. Hi, Linda. See, I got a couple of chapters put through Pro Writing 8, and now I'm ready to work on comments from my editor on later chapters. Yes. Love it. I did actually manage to go on a run before the sprints. Yes. So at least so far, running before night owls is possible. I love that. That is so fantastic. Oh, that part's not, well, I mean, it's good, probably, but, it was pouring rain, though, so people probably thought I was insane. But honestly, it was pretty fun to splash through the puddles. Yeah. Like, I don't know where you are, but here, like, pouring rain is a great thing because we've been under drought conditions for quite some time. And hopefully the pouring rain was a good thing and you aren't in one of the areas that have been being flooded. But yeah, I love the rain, honestly. It makes me so happy. And my real estate agent sent me a message saying, they were supposed to have finished up over there yesterday, and I, and yeah, I was like, Wait, let me go get you. Dang it. Oh, maybe if I turn the brightness down. Okay, sort of. Okay, yeah, sort of. You can see it. So, see how there's plastic and tape there, and right here, that is the middle of the window where the top and bottom of the window meets. There's not. There's the thing that is supposed to be there to to lock the window and to prevent things from coming between the two glass panes. It is not there on blasted on either of these windows. So I sent her those pictures and she said, yep, she's going to need to do her job, meaning the other agent. And then the very next message, and I'm going to tell you, my real estate agent is my age, so, 50s. Or, well, I'll be there in October, but, close enough, right? The next message she sent was, she is pushing my hormonal buttons. I was like, oh no. Because I know most of you are either experiencing that or have been around a woman that is experiencing that, or an estrogen dominant person that is experiencing that. And yeah, the rage is real. Like, I told the husband just yesterday, I was like, the whole reason that I went and got on hormone replacement therapy, I said, it's because I was so mad. Like, I had rage coursing through my veins all the time. Like, I was tamping it down all the time, but it was getting more and more difficult to keep it tamped down. And I was like, man, something has got to give. I don't want to wear orange for the rest of my life. And I was like, you know what? Dad said that Grandma started her menopause around 50, or in her 50s. Let me check on some things. And then I start finding out, oh, your estrogen can start dropping in your 30s. In your fucking 30s. And perimenopause is it is a beast. So, and that was when I found out that rage is unreasonable, completely enveloping rage is part of it. So if you're feeling angry for no good reason, maybe see what you can do about getting some kind of therapy going, if that works for your particular set of body circumstances, because it doesn't for all. And I'm fully aware of that, and I don't want to say that as if it works for every set of body circumstances. It doesn't. But if it does work for yours, do it. Do the thing. And hello, Angela. How are you? So yeah. The husband is grateful for the hormone replacement therapy. Very, very grateful. My grandchild got a haircut, and it is so stinking cute. I will tell you all more about that in members only. But Yeah, the grandchild got a brand new haircut, and it's forking adorable. I love it so much. And good old Damon is doing well. I am struggling with getting the veterinarians to understand what I meant when I say that I thought his seizures recently, his recent seizures were caused by the upping of the amount of food. And like, they're not getting it, and they're like, no, the change in food isn't going to do it. And I'm like, but if he's taking in more food equals more salt. And he's on potassium bromide. More salt plus potassium bromide equals the salt eats the bromide, or something like that. It may be reversed, but either way, more salt in his diet causes the bromide to not be available to do what it's supposed to do. But for whatever reason, they are not understanding that I'm not saying it's the food. I'm saying it's the amounts. Because he went from eating like 10 to 12 ounces of food, and this is just his food, not his treats, but 10 to 12 ounces of food per day, right? And I only know that now because I started weighing things after getting this other food. And somehow he still managed to gain weight on that. And, he was steady eating cat food every chance he got. But so I get this new food in. New food wants him to have like 3 3/4 cups of food, and they defined a cup as 8 ounces. So I started weighing this stuff out, and I'm like, fuck, that is so much. And so yeah, I ended up only giving, like I about doubled his food to 21 to 23 ounces, depending on how the food fell, so to speak. And then 3 days later, 3 days after I start this, he has a cluster of seizures. I know correlation isn't causation, but I feel like that correlation might be a causation. And I don't know why they aren't understanding that I'm not talking about the food itself, I'm talking about the amount. And I've specifically said that I more than doubled, it more than doubled his, his food intake. And they're focusing on it being the food, and I'm like, it's not the food itself. The food is fine. It's whatever. It's the amount. You said to give him this, and like, I feel like that is the problem. That amount is the problem. But so she called me today while I was having a nap, so I got her voicemail, and I wouldn't have answered it anyways because it said no caller ID. I don't answer those. Are you kidding? But so I am going to wait for her to call me back on Monday, and I'm going to talk to her, and I'm going to get out my fucking crayons and explain all this shit to her, because like there's a communication breakdown here that I'm not understanding, and I know these people are smart. They're so smart, and they're I just, somehow what I'm saying is not computing for them. And like, I don't know, there's a broken wire or something between us. And I'm going to try and do whatever I can to help them understand what I mean. Because they're good veterinarians. They really are. And I super love Damon's main veterinarian. And also, it is really fucking wild to have more than one veterinarian working on my dog. I've never had to have that, and I'm not a fan. This is shit. Okay, so now that you've listened to me bitch and moan about veterinarian woes, how do you feel about getting into a sprint? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get into our first sprint of the evening, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? I got a standard lease printed out so that the husband can lease his office/warehouse to himself or to his company. Yeah. So woo. I also had a look at my grade and the feedback I got on one of my final papers. So overall for my class, I got a 93. So I'm really fucking pleased with that. And he really liked my paper. So yay! I'm super thrilled with that. Let's see. Got comments from one chapter into this book. Yay! I wandered the internet. Nothing productive. I don't know. Were you staring off into the void of the internet because your brain needs time to reform after melting it all day? Because that's productive. Thank you. Watched my last archives class lecture, yes, and folded some laundry. Hell yeah. Excellent work. Excellent work. Oh, Miss Catherine, you're so stinking cute. So yeah, we're all doing the work, guys. We're all doing the work. Getting stuff done. Oh, such a sweetie kitty. And yeah, I think I'm going to do some writing after this in this next one. Yes, yes. I know, it's so fantastic being able to be like in the house and I have all the pets with me. Wolfie right here. Catherine here. Damon right over there, and further off, Shira, taking up the biggest bed she can, though she is the smallest of dogs. Hello. So yeah, I get to have all the pets with me. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. And I don't know. This whole living alone business, it's amazing. I am so happy, and like my husband is too. He lives next door, and we are both very, very happy as neighbors. And we're good neighbors. Like, he mows my lawn. So, and when I need to go do something, he comes over and watches my dogs. Oh yes, pretty girl. So this is like, I am living the dream over here. And here shortly, by the end of the month, when I get into the new house, like, it is just gonna be fucking phenomenal. Me too. Thank you. Fed my kid, yes. Oh, my ducks are about to go off. So yeah, in this next sprint, I'm also going to medicate the Damon because he needs his meds. There's the ducks. It's the only alarm I have that is ducks. It's the only one. But I kind of love it, and I probably wouldn't love it as much if it was, if all my alarms were ducks. I have quite a few alarms that go off during the day. So, all right. Woo. Here we go. Sprint number 2. All the magic, and I will see you on the other side. Tootie, look out. Look at the little orange ball of fuzz. So how did you do? How did you do? I got some writing done. I got the puppy medicated. Got a very happy cat. And I got myself some food because I needed that. Let's see. Does he drool when he hears the ducks? I don't know. Maybe. Just watching some YouTubes. Yes, love it. Love it. I turned on the TV last night and I got one of those Jumo things for free as part of my cable package. I don't know that free is the right term, but I have it. And so I put on Forensic Files because that's great to sleep through. Or sleep to, yeah. At any rate, I had to turn it off and go back to YouTube. Why? Because the stupid fucking commercials. They're terrible. I have been spoiled with the YouTube membership and not having to deal with commercials. Ugh. And some of those commercials are so cringe. So cringe. I'm not a fan. Let's see, but I still have to write my 200 words for today. You got this. You got this. Another chapter done. Yes. Just did the kid thing. Or should I call it? Yes. Do it. Call it the duck thing. I love that. Yes. Yes. Ooh, better yet, call it the Mighty Duck thing. Got some editing done. Yes. We got YouTube Premium for Christmas. It's so nice. Yes. But my other channel has ads, so I'm really over there. Yeah, exactly. We have the family package, so multiple accounts can be logged into it, and yeah, it is glorious. I love it. Yes, the Mighty Ducks. I canceled YouTube Premium as one of my protests. I miss it almost more than the other cancellations. Yeah, I completely understand. That one would hurt me. I'm too cheap to buy YouTube Premium. Yes, I fully understand. But no ads is pretty sweet. It is. Honestly, no ads feels kind of decadent, and I want to be spoiled that way. I don't want ads. And really, I don't mind the occasional ad, because a lot of the YouTubers I watch, they put an ad roll, somewhere in their video, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's when, I get 5, maybe 10 minutes of show, and then 5 to 10 minutes of ads, and another 5 to 10, and the cycle goes on, and I don't care about cable for that reason. Oh gosh, I remember that. Yeah, it was. But see, now I can, when I'm watching YouTube Premium, I just pause that shit. And it fits better from my particular type of neuro spiciness. Um, because the overload of ads, I can't with it. It destroys the entire video for me. I found videos that had ads every 2 to 4 minutes. That is insane. And I think if the cable, if the channels could get away with it, they would absolutely do that. Like PBS, not PBS, but NBC and CBS, and all the mainstream channels. Fuck, MTV just rolled over and died about it. Too many ads is just annoying. It is. Yes, Mighty Ducks. Yes, I love it. Imagine getting the 90s and the early 2000s. That's what the fuck they did. All the time. Every fucking show you watch. Climactic scene. Cut off for a stupid ad. And the one that ticked me off the most was an ad for this little machine that would read the Bible to you. A tiny little machine to read the Bible to you, interrupting whatever bonkers ass movie I'm watching at the climactic scene. And just to give you an idea of the kind of stuff that I watch, I didn't know that Bram Stoker's Dracula wasn't a romance. So, that's where my taste leans. It was Florida. If that helps you to, understand that, it was Florida. And like they advertise stuff like that all the time. And I remember one day, I don't remember what the movie was, but they cut it off at a good, climactic part, and they started that fucking ad, and I lost my shit. I was like, if half these motherfuckers here were reading the damn Bible, we wouldn't have these problems. And I'm gonna tell you, Florida, the place I lived in, Lake City, Florida. Sorry, that's my pet name for it, Lake City. I lived in Lake City, Florida, and there is almost literally a church on every corner. Not nearly so many Bibles in that town. And my mother is one of them. This woman, during my parents' divorce, this woman decided that because our judge was Mormon, that she was going to become Mormon and start attending his church so that he would look more favorably on her abusive ass. Did it work? No. Not even a little bit. So yeah, I stand by what I said back then. If more people were actually reading the Bible, they would need little devices like that, and the whole dang place would be so much better. Yeah, I like so much makes sense when you hear it was Florida. Just, oh yeah, okay. That explains everything. And all those stories about Florida man and Florida woman, they're true. And the one about the dude that was on bath salts and like went on to some people's carport rather, and was trying to eat their faces, that's also true. Homie was doing bath salts from the corner store, and that stuff made people crazy. Crazy. And he went running up on this older couple who were just trying to live their best older life, sit in their carport and drink their fucking beer. And here comes this crazy dude on bath salts trying to bite their fucking faces. Y'all, it happened in Florida. And I don't know if it's still going, but there used to be a radio show that played a game called It Happened in Florida. And the whole premise of the game was that they would find the craziest news stories, the craziest events that had happened. They would find those, and you had to guess which one happened in Florida. Like, y'all, it was a difficult game. And also I would like to give what was it, Wisconsin, I believe, like a runner-up for Florida, just based on the news stories that came out of there that were on that game. Whenever I've been to the U.S., I've been shocked at the number of churches everywhere I looked. Yes. You'll see a number of things when you come to the U.S. Churches, McDonald's, Starbucks, and Dunkin' Donuts. They are everywhere. And I sometimes feel like they're competing to see who can have the most, the most places. It is wild, and like, most of those churches are different flavors. Also, Westboro Baptist Church, Florida. That's a Florida thing. That's where that's their home base. And let me tell you, they don't really even stand out down there. All right. Oh yes, I forgot the Walmarts. You're right. The Walmarts. I would be happier if it was Costco's. Like, honestly, I would like to have a Costco on every corner. Like, not every corner, but like in every city, town type thing. I love me a Costco. They're good, and they try to do right by their employees and by their customers. So, yeah. One time I looked at churches in the Yellow Pages. I could not believe how many versions of the Baptist churches in the... Yes, that is why in my most recent finished book series, it was a Southern Baptist church that I had as like part of the main evil. And I say that as a former Southern Baptist, not by choice, but because that's what my parents were. But it took me a while to come up with a name for my Baptist church that wasn't already taken. Yep. That's how many of them there are. It took me quite some time to figure out a name that was not already taken. So, all right, here we go. As fun as it is to bash Florida and the vast number of churches here in America that are not living as Jesus would have had them live. And I say this as somebody who read the fucking Bible and doesn't believe in it, or well, I don't believe in that religion. Jesus I'm cool with. I believe that. So many. Alright, here we go. All the magic, and I will see you on the other side of sprint number 3. Holy shit. How did you do? How did you do? I got some more writing done, but I am like feeling super tired from today. I don't know if it was the laundry or the couple hours driving or what, but either way, feeling tired. So I moved on to catching up my planner. I wasn't terribly far behind, which is amazing. And I am going to kind of prep my plans for next week, get things as sorted as possible. So how did you do? Right, I'm off. Thank you for yeah, absolutely. I hope you had a good time. I hope it worked for you. Finished editing the scene I was working on. Yes, love it. Got a graphic done in Canva and more editing. Excellent, excellent. That is glorious. And actually, that reminds me of something else I want to do. There we go. I did nothing. That's all right. Your time to shine is coming up. We're about to head into our fourth and final sprint of the evening. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get out and do a little bit of yoga in this sprint just to kind of help me wind down, and I'm gonna finish working on my plan, check out this other stuff, see if I can get some things together, and yeah, just working on the things, all of them, little bits at a time, which is kind of how I think we accomplish anything, one little piece at a time. And it doesn't help that I'm kind of in a sort of stasis, a holding pattern, if you will, as I wait for the other place. Let's see, I'm going to finish the edits on the chapter and then get on the treadmill for a bit. Yes, love it. Love it. I think that's an excellent idea. My treadmill is at the other place. But as I said, I'm going to do some yoga, and it'll be good things. Close out my rings on my watch, and when we get done here, I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep. I'm gonna pretend Sam Jackson is reading me a bedtime story, and I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep. I have to decide on a shingle color for my roof. Who knew that would be so stressful? What are your options? And like, do you have preferences? And also, what color is your house? So many questions. But yeah. I'm fairly lucky. The shingles on the new place, they had a couple that were beat up and they've been replaced. And this place is a lovely metal roof, and I gotta say that during my time here, I have super enjoyed hearing the rain on the roof. There is just something about rain on a metal roof that, like, it gives me some of the best sleep I will ever have, I think. Everything from black to grays to green to reddish. So many choices. The house is gray. Oh, that leaves you open to just about any color you want. Do you have like a favorite color? Because, go with that. Is my suggestion. But you do what works for you. Here we go. Final sprint of the evening. All the magic. And I will see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? That was our fourth and final sprint of the evening. So, yeah. I did some exercise. I got the things downloaded that I need. So, that's awesome. Let's see, how did you do? It has a 50-year guarantee, so it's a long-term decision. I have to look at it until I'm 112. Yeah. So, but, yeah, like, what's your favorite color? Is there a color that makes you feel like home? More so than your favorite color, because like you can just really love a color, but it not make you feel like home. So, what color makes you feel like home? Let's see. I have to get up early for work, so I'm heading out. You have a wonderful night, Charlie. Let's see, 131 words. Yes! Excellent work. Finished editing, got in a few steps. Yes! I'm off to walk. Fabulous. Excellent work. You guys are killing it, and I love it. I do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all have the best night. Thank you for being here. Oh, I took a hot bath and wrote 200 words since the last break I was at. Yes! Fantastic work. I need to think about it with that in mind. Yes. What color really makes you feel like home? Absolutely. All right. So thank you for being here, and may you all wake rested, refreshed, and ready to kick the crap out of your day. Good night.
In my heart is a waterfall.